In this episode, we're looking at the topic soils. Hi boys and girls, at the end of this week's lesson, you will be able to define the concept soil, investigate soils of different environments, name and identify 4 types of soil, and identify 4 properties of soil. Arrange soils in order of size. Complete at least 4 of the activities at the 8 learning centers. As you traverse different natural environments on Earth's crust, that is, wetland, beaches, forests, and gardens, one thing that is present is soil. Of course, many students describe soil as dirt. However, soil is the result of the breaking down of rock particles because of wind, rain, or a sudden change in temperature. Let's look at this picture here as shown in figure 1. Let's go. It says we have minerals in the soil such as calcium and magnesium. We have water. It might be fresh water or salty water. We have organic matter in terms of living animals in the soil like worms and so on. Plant roots, dead plants and animals. Okay, so things that are living or things that were once living, we can consider those to be organic matter. Then we have air, such as oxygen and nitrogen. All right, so those are some of the things that make up the soil. So again, minerals, water, organic matter, and air make up the soil. Now, as compared with dirt, on the other hand, dirt is dead soil. That is, it does not have minerals, nutrients, and living organisms in it. The soil may look different because of the minerals in it and the environment in which it is found. So think about the soil that you see when you go to the beach. Is it the same as the soil that you see when you go on a farm, or the one that you see in a flower pot? You know, mommy have some flowers. Yeah, the ones that you can't touch. Yes, those. Look at the soil that's inside that pot as compared with the soil that you find at the beach. All right. Properties of, no, I'm missing a section here. It says the type of soils formed are sand, silt, and clay. Loam is formed when equal amounts of sand, silt, and clay are combined with humus. All right, so again, the soil types, sand, silt, and clay, and loam is formed when there are equal amounts of sand, silt, and clay. Properties of soil now. Soils have different properties. Permeability, that's one. It allows water and air and plant roots to penetrate the soil. So when water can go through an air and the plant roots, that's permeability. 2, color, that's another property. Some colors are the result of organic matter present in the soil. So they like to say this: the darker the soil is, the more fertile it is, because it means we have more humus in it. Okay, so that's why the soil at the beach, for example, that's very white, not good for growing because there is very little humus in that one. Structure, that is the arrangement of the soil particles. Organic matter, when present, that binds the particles together. All right, so how is the soil made up and the arrangement of the particles? Texture, the amount of sand, silt, and clay in the soil. Each determines the size of the particles and how it feels when rubbed between the fingers. So if you were to take up some soil and rub some sandy soil between your fingers, it will feel a certain way, which would be different from if you take up some silt and rub it between your fingers. Or if you took up some clay and rubbed that between your fingers, they would all be a little different. Engage. What is found in the soil and missing from dirt? Is dirt better than soil for planting seeds? Explain your answer. Now, first of all, based on what we just read, dirt is dead, but soil is living. So we must be planting in soil, right? We can't plant in dirt. Why? Because dirt has no nutrients in there or anything like that to maintain the plant when it's growing. Display soil collected from the different environments, that is sand, loam, clay, and silt. Let's go to the explain section. Complete figure 2 by writing a property of soil beside each number. So here, properties of soil. We can go back here and we have our properties of soil. So permeability is one, so we could write permeability. 2, color. Color is another one that we could write. Structure, yes. And we have texture as 4. So those are the things that you could fill in here. Evaluate. Am I missing anything? Yes. Explore. Access the internet, then download and view videos on the types of soils. Then extend. Take a sample of the 4 Take a sample of the 4 types of soil collected. Take a sample of the 4 types of soils collected: sand, clay, silt, and loam. Rub each sample between your fingers. Use the adjectives listed to describe how each soil feels. Then complete figure 3. Powdery, gummy, gritty, plastic or sticky, and silty. So here we go now. So we have loam, sand, silt, and clay. How would we describe those? Which one would be powdery? I guess sand. Gummy, sticky. Gritty, that feels like sand. Plastic, clay or sticky. Silty, that would go with silt. Let's see. So we did those. Let's go to this section here. It says complete at least 4 of the activities at the 8 learning centers. The word link says write a paragraph explaining the differences between the soil samples. Then the self link says make a journal article expressing your views on the texture of the different types of soil. Music link, write song lyrics on the types of soil. Picture link, download images of the 4 types of soils discussed in this week's lesson and create a carousel of these images. Body link, carry out the following activity to arrange different soils according to the size of their particles. Let's go with that one again. Carry out the following activity to arrange different soils according to the size of their particles. The material you will need, you'll need a sieve, 4 containers. Of course, you're going to need the soil samples now. So you're going to need the sand, the clay, the silt, and the loam. And the method, pour samples of sand, loam, clay, and silt through different sizes of sieves. Observe the soil type that passed through the smallest sieve and then record your observation. For the number link, it says the Albert Einstein Center. Write below each number on figure 4 the types of soil particles from the smallest to the largest. So which one would be the smallest all the way to the largest? Okay, so remember that. smallest one, you're going to take the sieve, and then you're going to go through and find out the smallest particle and what type of soil that would be associated with, and then we can list them here in ascending order. The social link says, here, use a digital device and take photos of the activities done to compare the soil particles and share your photos in WhatsApp. All right, let's go with nature link. It says here, all right, identify an area on the school compound, and we can dig up some of the soil and observe if there is organic matter in the soil. Name the organic matter found. That is it living and dead things? All right, that takes care of our look at soils. Carry out these activities, and we'll see you in the next episode.